blemishes. Oh, I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Hey Tanki.
Let's fly!
Hey Yanni, how are you doing? So we have something to discuss. Actually not so much, but yeah, some stuff about Durin, about like that Nefer guys got early access. You know what? Actually, I didn't like it. I didn't like Nefer, and I expected something like that because when I heard that she will get that charge attack cancellation,
I'm a little out of practice.
it actually might be a little bit difficult to achieve, especially if you have high
peacemaking.
Because you know why? In always hyping, doing that cancellation might be a huge problem. And by the way, her damage is not so great. Because you know why? What's the problem? The problem is, if you notice that let's say like that, when we got Flint's early access, his build was actually not so great. Like mid build with talent level 9, with not so great artifacts, and with a standard craftable R5 weapon, his damage was actually pretty decent. When it comes to Nefer though, if you notice that the build was actually cracked, the talents was at level 10, so it's a max possible for free to play. So in my opinion, she's not so great, you know, like yeah, and like you need Lauma. Without Lauma, the damage is terrible, just like bad. Like let's say like that, you can use Flins without ineffa. You will be actually like yeah, you need second Nod-Krai, which is like no way you can use Aino, you know, like or any other Nod-Krai. Yes, maybe like Columbina will kind of like fix that problem. But I don't think so. Also, like, her weapon is extremely broken. You know why? When it comes to Flint's weapon, his weapon is actually kind of like ordinary weapons, let's say like this one, but with ability to give you some energy. Yes, some additional lunar stuff, etc., something like that, you know, like, but again, it's kind of like, okay, like pretty mid weapon, not something broken. But when you compare with the like Nefer's weapon, her weapon is actually broken as hell because if you activate all of the passives, that weapon gives you 124 crit damage. Just imagine. So yeah, that's crazy. Is Nefer boss out yet? Nefer boss, like, yes, Nefer boss, like you mean like talent? Yes, Yon, it's like it was out like already like 3 version. So yeah, like what about like, oh, I don't know, maybe no. Does she need new? Does she need something new? I don't know actually, to be honest. Maybe not. But if you ask about talent boss, yes, we have a talent boss. The talent boss is like Mondstadt boss. And you need like craft like this stuff. When like, let's say like that, leveling up boss, I don't know. Maybe not. To be honest, I don't care so much about Nefer. Because you know why? Actually, Lauma can be a pretty good DPS. And now I'm glad I got that Flins. Not gonna lie. Yes, we still have time. Hey Skirk, I'm pulling for Furina. Hey Skirk, how are you doing? I wish you best of luck. You know why? To be honest, like if you ask me, Furina looks better than Nefer. Even though like Furina, like let's say like that. Again, as I mentioned, like it depends on your account. If you have a characters who can be buffed by Furina, definitely go for Furina. If you like Furina, go for Furina. Because Furina is broken. Furina is just crazy. Unfortunately, if you compare Aino Constellation 1 and Furina Constellation, like something, you know, whatever. Unfortunately for Nod-Krai characters, Aino Constellation 1 is better. But again, it's about Nod-Krai. It's only about Nod-Krai, and the problem is they give us more and more bosses where you need to do that Nod-Krai like lunar related damage. That's a problem because Stygian Onslaught at the moment has two bosses where you need to do that lunar related damage. Next one is going to have two as well. So yeah, that's a little bit greedy. Yes, new characters, but the damage wise, you know, like yeah, Flins is actually fun to play, not gonna lie. He doesn't hit so often, like couple hits and you get like pretty good damage, but when it comes to Nefer, yeah, like I don't know, I didn't like it so much, to be honest. And also, like, you know what's another problem? What it's like, should I use Lost Prayer or Nod-Krai craftable Nefer? Lost Prayer or not? No, Lost Prayer is actually bad. You know why? Oh, Lost Prayer, why Lost Prayer is bad? Lost Prayer is bad because Nefer's signature artifacts will give you 30% crit rate and also gives you additional like reaction damage, lunar related, if you have two characters. So yeah, so the crit. On top of that, that weapon only gives you some crit value. If you're super low on crit, yes, you can go, but if you're okay with crit rate, which actually, you know, like you don't need so much when you have that 30, because just keep that in mind, it's 30 plus 5 from a character, so you have 35 already, like if you activate that, you know. So yeah, you don't need too much on a character, because let's say like that, it's like I got 50-ish something plus 5 from a character, 64 plus 30 from a set. So it depends. If you have pretty broken artifacts, then no, use craftable, but the problem, you know what's the problem with craftable? Actually, it's not a problem. Damage difference between craftable R5 and damage difference between craftable R1 is not so high. But craftable is better on Nefer than Lost Prayer. Just keep that in mind. By the way, I'm guaranteed she cracked of all cracks. I mean, like Skirk. Like, yeah, I agree with you. If you, like, let's say like that. I have Furina. I'm completely okay with her at the moment. Unfortunately, yeah, my build is like that. I don't want to change it. Because of that, I don't use Furina so much. I use Furina for Flins in Stygian and in Spile Abyss. Because yeah, I have Aino Constellation 0, unfortunately. So yeah, it's the same damage. I made a video about that. So it's exactly the same damage if you have Aino Constellation 0 and any other Hydro with this set. Like Shinchu, like Yelan, you know, it only depends on personal damage. And for me, like Furina, like deals slightly more damage, even though like yeah, like you see like something like that. Not huge amount of crit rate, crit damage, but yeah, you don't even need energy recharge because that damage bonus completely irrelevant for Nod-Krai characters. So yeah, Yoni, about the weapons. We have the weapon. Let me just like check. You know why? I actually like about the weapons, what I want to do, even though I will skip, I personally didn't like that Lauma so much, but what I liked, it's a weapon banner actually. You know why? Because, so yeah, about the weapons, like even R1 craftable weapon, which is Black Marrow Lantern, is better than Lost Prayer. Just keep that in mind. R1, it's like maybe slightly better, but let's say like that. If you ask me, if you have Vidziv, I would maybe suggest you to go Vidziv, even though you cannot utilize two buffs, which is attack and damage bonus. Elemental Mastery is huge, unfortunately 30 seconds, but if you get at least one within a fight, it actually can cover all of the loss. You know, Black Marrow, unfortunately, you need to do it R5 no matter what, because R5 and R1, even though damage difference is not so high, it's still like there's still some difference. What I want to do actually, I want to go for Dawning Frost, which is going to be a premium weapon, like 4-star. It's a new 4-star weapon, which gives you crit damage 55 and some consistent elemental mastery when you use skill. And charge attack, if I'm not mistaken. I will check that. So yeah, it's a pretty broken weapon. At R1, it's actually the same. It gives you the same damage as Black Marrow Lantern R5. It's like it's completely new weapon. But if you ask me, doing Black Marrow, it's not a bad idea. You know why? Because you actually can use that weapon not only on Nefer, you also can use it on Lauma. So it's actually a pretty good weapon. Let's say like that. It's more... let's say like if you use like Widzev, unfortunately with Widzev, you never know what buff you can get. With Black Marrow, it's more consistent damage. Even though it might be slightly low, it's more consistent. So yeah, Black Marrow is worth it anyway. What weapon do you use on Furina? Oh, like, is our 5 Favonius sword good for her? Yes, our 5 Favonius sword, you know why? Let's say like that. If you have Constellation 0 Furina, then it's like even at Constellation 1, at Constellation 2, it's better to use Favonius weapon, not signature. You know why? You know what's the problem is with Furina? No, I don't use Favonius, I use this one, but you know why? Because of Nod-Krai a buff. When you use skill and burst, you get additional lunar damage buff to your Nod-Krai characters. Because of that, I just need to maximize HP. So yeah, but usually I use Favonius. Why is that? Because I have pretty good ratio on her, like on tenacity set, and with her signature set, with the, which is Golden Troop. So because of that, Favonius for me it's a great, because you need at least 200 energy recharge. Without that, using Furina is difficult. I wouldn't suggest you to go with 150 etc something, unless you have like 3 Favonius on your team, like Furina and 2 others. But again, Furina is mostly supportive character, not DPS, keep that in mind. So yeah, like if you want to increase her like Saloon members damage, I wouldn't suggest you to do that. It's better to increase her supportive abilities, which is buff and energy, rather than but yeah, that buff depends on energy. You know why? Because if you can use that burst every rotation, you can get that 75% buff, damage buff for all characters, unless it's Nod-Krai, because Nod-Krai is kind of like weird and trashy. Oh my god, that's anyway. So yeah, unless they're from Nod-Krai. But again, yes, Favonius is good. When it comes to like, I can do the video by the way about Furina maybe. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So yeah, when it comes to artifacts, you can use actually different artifacts. It depends on your team mostly, but the most I would say useful one. This one is good if you use like, yeah, but again, it depends. If you have Aino, use Aino. Columbina is on the way, so yeah, like it's kind of like I just what's that? So yeah, you can use Tenacity, it's good one. You can use this one, and for DPS you can use like this one as well, which is actually not a bad, not even for DPS. Mercy Hunter is okay, but yeah, I would suggest maybe Golden Troop or Tenacity. It depends like where you use Furina. If you use with Skirk, Tenacity is the way. It's actually like, even though it only gives you 20% attack buff, it's so huge, by the way, so just keep that in mind. It's for Skirk buff. When you use with New Wallet, like this one is okay. When you have Constellation 6 though, if I'm not mistaken, like Mercy Hunter is the best one, but it's Constellation 6 and her signature weapon, because she can do like pretty good amount of damage. Also she gets some infusion, so because of that, this one is actually extremely good on Furina. So yeah, she's pretty easy to use. On top of that, you actually can use other sets, so like you can actually use Deepwood, you know, because it's also can, like she also can activate this stuff, you know, if you use like in Hyper Bloom or like Bloom related, like Dendro related damage, it's also possible. So yeah, she's pretty flexible. And also like this one, new set, if you don't have Aino Constellation 1 like plus, so yeah, you can use this set as well. Alrighty, so yeah, like it's like that. But again, like when it comes to Nefer, I didn't like her so much. But again, we'll see, because like yeah, it's a little bit like early to say something. Or like maybe she will be okay, but I don't expect, because if you don't have Lauma on your team, the damage is actually terrible, because Lauma actually provides huge buff, you know guys. Lauma in total gives you just like, she gives you like a crit rate, 10% crit rate on lunar bloom related damage, lunar bloom damage. She gives you 20% crit damage. She also gives you, just a second. So yeah, she gives you 14% damage to lunar bloom. She gives you red shredding on dendro. She also gives you crit rate, crit damage, and on top of that, she gives additional buffs on lunar damage with her burst. That's crazy actually. So yeah, like let's say like that. If you don't have Lauma, going for Nefer, I don't want to say it makes no sense. You still can do some damage, but the damage is going to be terrible. Like it's like, yeah, it's bad. And the only option you have at the moment it's Aino, because you should use Nefer with the two Nod-Krai characters. So yeah, to activate that Ascendant Gleam on Nefer. Okay, so let's just switch the team. Today is maybe will be like a little bit short stream, we'll see. Oh, by the way, new spell abyss. It's easy, not so difficult. Like, but yeah, it's easy if you have Flins. If you don't have Flins, you actually can go other teams. Skirk team works actually on the second. You can go Skirk team. You can go Newlet team. Like yeah, it's still like possible to do like with different teams actually. With Skirk, chasca possible, Newlet possible. So yeah, like even if you don't have Flins, we can give it a try if you want to. But first, let me just deal with that.
Gonna be epic.
I hate this one. He's pretty tough to kill.
Teamwork is strict. Fulfill our pact.
And he disappears for a short period of time. And if I'm not mistaken,
Wrath from the skies.
the problem is... Okay, by the way, this mats for... those mats are for Nefer. And another one thing, by the way, guys, like if you don't have or you don't like to use sucrose, for Flins you can actually go for Lanyan. Xilonen is good as well. Like the first option, it's sucrose. Second one is Xilonen. She's not bad actually, you know. And third one is actually Lanyan. Lanyan is pretty good option, I would say. You know why? Because especially if you have Constellation 2. That will increase your shield strength as well.
Aino?
Present. Hey Mira, how are you doing? Okay, so yeah, let me just... Yeah, I don't wanna... there's a place. Just a second. Let me... Okay, so yeah, I need to do like this one. These two guys has they're immune to Electro, unfortunately. So you need to use like some different characters. Let's go like with that mavuika team again. And that's a problem actually with Nod-Krai, you know why? Because back then, like, you can actually, like, I remember, like, my first, like, let's say, like, first year or second year of playing, like, when I switched the team pretty often, you know why? Because, like, yeah, you face some different enemies and you need to switch your characters to, like, to grab some mats, you know, like, to, like, defeat them. At the moment with Nod-Krai, it's the same. Even though we have pretty powerful characters, some characters, for example, yes, like immune to Electro or something like that. So yeah, or immune to I don't know, like Dendro related damage. That's why I always put Chasca on my team, because Chasca, as you know, like completely ignore all immunities. Would be nice to get some Constellation on Chasca and her signature, not gonna lie. She's just crazy. I'm good, thank you very much.
Rise with us. Let's
I'm
light
just
it up.
pissed off this
Everybody
YouTube, to be
stand
honest. And
ready.
that's...
Show no mercy. Suffer the pyroclastic surge.
Like,
Try and stop
that's
me.
a point, see? That's a point, because like... Mavuika just destroys this once, you know? Like, by the way, Nefer cannot do that. And yes, if you expect some like huge damage, like, you know why? Because
Adventure time.
I saw that like, you tell me, yeah, early access, and people said that, yeah, like, Nefer's damage can be up to 1.4 million damage within her rotation, which is like 9 seconds, right? Something like that. It's actually huge damage. The point is, it's huge damage, but it's like, it's a little bit suffering. You know why? Because yeah, it's like, it's super annoying to use her. At first, what's the problem with Nefer, by the way? Another problem, which actually Flins doesn't have. Flins have pretty good supportive character, which is ineffa. You also can use Cookie Shinobu, not a bad option. You maybe can use Beidou, not a great option, but still some shield, you know. But problem with, yes, you can use ineffa with Nefer as well. No, it's not going to be the same damage. Yes, she can buff Nefer because she can give a 200 elemental mastery buff. Also, like, she converts like Dendrocores into seed of the seeds, you know, and you can consume. But somehow you can get some hyperbloom stuff, you know, like, let's say, like, casually, not often. So yeah, she's cool with that, but again, she has her like best team, premium team.
Let me down, Kerplunkatron.
So yeah, another problem what I mentioned, like, it's she doesn't have great supportive at the moment. I mean, yes, she has Lauma. Lauma actually buffs her a lot, but the problem is you need at least one healer or something. You know, for example, when it comes to Flins, he has that, and he doesn't need any healer. Actually, you can use ineffa, and you will be completely okay. When it comes to Nefer, though, yes, it might be slightly different, because like Flins, another like difference, like Flins does couple hits, right? You like use skill, then this one, then this one, then you have cooldown, right? Then you do it again, like wait, again, if you have like, it's only like, if you notice that it's a 2 big hits with a pretty decent damage, and the damage is actually really pretty good. When it comes to like Nefer, though, you need to do like more hits, and that's a problem because she can be interrupted. Even though she has some resistance to interruption, she also like sends like that damage, or like because like, yeah, you need some healer on the team. So yeah, like, it might be slightly difficult to use, in my opinion. Also, like, that dash cancellation might be like super difficult. We'll see, though. We'll see. I mean, I didn't like her personally, if you ask me. But again, I will go for a weapon banner. I want to get that dawning. How do they call it? Just a second. Let me just remind me. Dawning Frost. Like, yeah, because it's kind of like the Widziv, but better. You know, at R1 it's better, but at R5 that weapon is just broken as hell. To be honest, it's a looks like it's a third best weapon for Nefer. By the way, I'm not considered to go for Nefer, but it depends on the banner. Let's say like that. In any case, I'm not going to spend my guaranteed, because yeah, like, yes, unfortunately, in that case, I can say goodbye to Stygian Onslaught Diary mode. You know, yes, it doesn't mean I clear it all the time, but then, like, yeah, to clear it, like, you need, like, to clear Diary mode, you need either like good weapons, good team, or like at least that the character which is intended to use within that Diary mode, and that's a Nefer and Flins on the one side. another side. So yeah guys, if you have some question about that, so yeah, by the way, about the news, we have some news about Durin, and we have some news about Hexenzorker characters. Looks like they will add Sucrose and Fischl and Razor. Yes, Razor is kinda meh, you know, but they will add Sucrose and Fischl to the Hexenzorker character list members. Like, so yes, they will be member of, like, I don't know how is that possible, but if it's going to be, like, it's crazy, because Sucrose is a great supportive character and Fischl is a great off-field DPS character, just insanely great. Because just imagine if Alice will be some, like, let's say like that, more flexible character, it means you can use her in Overloaded. And just imagine, like, yeah, as you know guys, Overloaded is considered to be pyro damage, so like pyro resistance helps that a lot, you know. So yeah, you can go like Durin, you can go Chivalrous, yeah, maybe Alice and some Electro, or maybe not like that, maybe other characters. So yeah, like, still, like, actually, like, when you fight against Tulpa, you can actually go Flins and ineffa, and Durin and Chivalrous. It's not a bad team, but we'll see. Like, yeah, they're not Hexenzorkel. Yeah, we'll see, my bad. So yeah, you need Hexenzorkel to act to increase his debuff abilities. Damn, bro. Okay, so yeah, let's just defeat this one.
Fire in the hole!
Close your eyes. Night falls.
What else we have? Just, oh yeah, by the way, about Varka, but you know that maybe Varka, by the way, and Varka maybe also will be added to that Hexenzorkel somehow, but I don't know exactly. We'll see. So yeah, like, we have some, like, you know, like, not, we have some leaks, but it's still, they are not confirmed. So we need some confirmation. We will get something like maybe within like 6.1 Archon Quest, because we're going to get 2. Also, I heard about like no map in 6.2, which is actually impossible in my opinion. We should get map in 6.2. You know why? It's because of this event, like this stuff. Like, let's say like that. We should get new map within 45 days. And that 45 days, it's like within this patch and next patch. So it's, in my opinion, we will get some new map, maybe small map, something like that. But yeah, according to the leaks, we're not going to get any new map in 6.2. Maybe it makes sense, you know why? Because Durin in 6.2 and Columbina in 6.3, maybe they will add new region or something, or like, let's say, part of Nod-Krai with Columbina, because as you know, Columbina will be released in 6.3. So yeah, sooner or later we'll get there. But yeah, like, this game is a little bit with Nod-Krai, yeah, even though Nod-Krai as a region is pretty good, but the characters kinda like, I don't know. Yeah, Lauma is good, Flins is okay, Nefer maybe, we'll see. But you know, like, let's say like that, even though it's Nod-Krai, most player, as I noticed, like, mostly hyped about future characters. Yes, Columbina is like one of them, but again, Durin, Varka especially, because yeah, it's really like, Varka is a incredible anticipated characters. Also Alice, I actually most hyped about Alice than any other characters, because you know why? That voice line is also crazy. Her voice actor is so crazy.
Annihilation mode.
Be silent. Fear the dark. Observe to dust.
If you have some question, or if you want me to, like, I already finished that Spy Abyss. Spy Abyss wasn't so difficult with my characters actually, but yeah, like, Zora told me to use, like, because since he doesn't have ineffa, I used, like, I did couple tries, one of them with xilonen, which is possible. You can go the team like Yelan, xilonen, Aino, and Flins, or you can go the team like Yelan, oh, just a second, let me remind that. Let me check, like, which character I used. Just a second, guys. If I'm not mistaken, I used like 2 different teams. Oh yeah, I know, that's true. So yeah, Yelan, Aino, like Yelan, xilonen, Aino, Flins can clear that, and Yelan, Lanyan, Aino, Flins. It's actually possible to clear, like, it's not so difficult. You know why? Because, like, let's say like that, Flins is so broken. But yeah, we can do a couple rounds if you want me to. My survival is so hard with my characters. I actually, like, clear it with a surprising team. Oh, it's possible. You know why? Actually, like, yeah, Mirak, it's for you as well. You actually, like, on the second half, you can use Skirk team, you know? You can use Newlet team, you can use Chasca team. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, you can use actually different teams on the second, even though it forces you to use some, like, electro stuff, you know? It because let's say like that, even though it's increased, like, that lunar, like, electro charge damage by up to 200%, it's still, you can use other characters as well. So yeah, this one is electro charge damage is increased and lunar charge by 75. So yeah, you can go electro charge, which is actually, like, yeah, that's why New Wallet is actually not a bad team with New Wallet, you know? You can use, like, let's say, you actually can avoid using any electro. When it comes to lunar, it's super easy. You know why? Like, bloom damage, because you can actually go 4-star characters and can clear, like, this one, first one. So it's not so difficult. My spoiler bits, what team you use? Like KJUX, Kjux, or, like, I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but yeah. So it, like, yeah, like you say, like, surprising team, but yeah, like, it would be nice to, like for 11.3 use like 11.3, it's actually, like, yeah, Shinchu, Chichi, like, driver, and, like, Diluc, yeah, like 73 is actually, like, yeah, it's kind of, like, easy, super easy. You can one shot with, like, yeah, with about, like, this one. If I'm not mistaken, I used, like, these teams. So yeah, I used, like, Nahida, Shinchu, Lauma, and Cookie. It's a first. And second, I used different teams. Like, one of them is, like, Flins. Aino. Just a second. xilonen and Cookie. So yeah. Oh, not Cookie. Cookie is here. Just a second. Oh yeah, my bad. xilonen and Yelan. So yeah, like, this team has a problem, so you know why? Since, like, Flint's only one, like, yeah, it's a little bit problem with energy. You need at least, like, 140 something on, you need to adjust your attacks. And second team was, instead of xilonen, I used Lanyan. Not a bad option, by the way, but what I've noticed, like, xilonen gives you, like, less defensive utility, but more damage. Just keep that in mind. But what you need to do, when you use xilonen, though, you need to swill. It's better to swill Hydro. Keep that in mind. So yeah, rotation is going to be like Yelan, xilonen, like then Aino. After that, you use Flins because, like, yeah, in that case, you can activate Cinder City. I wish I had a Scoffier. A Scoffier is crazy, actually. And if you ask me, go for a Scoffier or not, I would say maybe yes. You know why? A Scoffier can enable Furina. A Scoffier can be, like, pretty good with Newlet, with Skirk, you know that. So yeah, she's actually pretty decent. And also, like, she has personal damage. fun to play actually, you know. And you don't need 5-star weapon on her. You can actually use 4-star, even though her 5-star weapon is actually broken as hell, because her 5-star weapon gives you attack buff. Maybe not so much. It's about like 200 or something, but again, like when you need that on Skirk, it's actually it's a gold, you know. So yeah, it's like extremely valuable. Floor 11, but yeah, what about floor 12? By the way, Mirak, which team you used? Like, if you couldn't like beat Spyla beat 36-star, just like tell me your team. Like, we can do some runs, because yeah, still we don't have so much to do, to be honest. Like we will get new patch in a couple days. Unfortunately, no map, etc. So yeah, only Archon quest. But again, new character. I wait for a 4-stars, to be honest. We'll see. And yeah, I hope like you watch that Nefer's character teaser. You know, that cat is actually crazy, and she has cat animation, by the way. Like idle animation, like Nefer's idle, one of the Nefer's idle animations. It's like, yeah, when she's kind of like, yeah, with a cat. That's crazy animation, not gonna lie. It's so great. Also, you can use Kalei. Actually, you can completely ignore Lauma. You know why? Because like, yeah, you can use Kalei. Kalei is not a bad option. But yeah, when you fight against this boss, keep that in mind, like this one. Yeah, you need to attack those seats, you know. But again, with Lauma, if you have Lauma, it's super easy. If you have, oh, by the way, like if I'm not mistaken, Mirak has a, like, yeah, like, no, Mirak, like, yeah. Arlecchino, Lauma, Cookie, Yelan first. Pace, Flins, Zhongli, like, yeah. Kalei 6. Actually, if you have Kalei Constellation 6, that's crazy. Unfortunately for me, I don't have a Constellation 6, because she actually can buff your... When it comes to Yao Yao, she's not bad, but yeah, she's a great healer. And it's possible with Yao Yao and Kalei, that is true. You know why? It's a first, like, it's most likely first half. You can go the team like... Actually, yes. And you can go like Hyperbloom team. Most likely you use Raiden or Cookie Shinobu. You can go the team like Cookie, Shinchu, Kalei, and Yao Yao. Completely 4-star team, and you can finish it, by the way. Or you can go Hyperbloom Raiden. Raiden, Hyperbloom, Shinchu, Kalei, and Yao Yao. It's not a bad team, actually. You also can go like, yeah, Hyperbloom team is actually good. You know why? Because characters bloom damage. Again, you can get that damage anyway. About your team, I don't know, but I think I can clear it if I use more stable teams. No, I don't think about that. Actually, I don't know why you use Zhongli on you use Furin and Flins. It's Aino, it's actually bad team. Flins, Zhongli, Furin, Aino, it's terrible team. Arlecchino, Lauma, Cookie, Yelan, why? You have Lauma, you have Cookie, you have Yelan. So yeah, like what you need to do. Put Shinchu on with like, put Shinchu. You have Yelan build, right? Are you? Yes, my like, yeah, you can check this. It's 7. Yes, I'm on Europe server. I don't know, but like I think I can clear. Yeah, you can definitely. So yeah, Zhongli. You have like Furina, Aino, Yelan, right? You use Yelan, Lauma, Cookie, Arlecchino. Why use Arlecchino? You just, I mean, like go Nahida. You have Nahida. If you don't have Nahida, by the way, go Kalei. If you don't have Kalei, go Traveler. So you have a lot of options. So yeah, Nahida is the best one, but you can go Kalei. You can go Traveler. Dendor Traveler is a crazy option. Just keep that in mind. Let me show you with Nahida first. So yeah, let me show you with Nahida first. This team is Hyperbloom. Unfortunately, this team is like a little bit annoying, especially like on the last stage. Like, yeah, this one, my bad. When it comes to this one, actually, like, yeah, you can go this team. Even without healer, you should be okay. Okay, let me, in that case, let me like, or you can go Lanyan. As you know, my Lanyan is also Constellation 0. So yeah, I have no benefits, but she has TDDS, which is actually pretty good on, but in that case, it's better to use like that. It's better to use Yelan, Aino, than Lanyan, and give that buff, TDDS buff to Flins, you know? So yeah, with xilonen it's completely different, but let's try with xilonen first. So yeah, let's try this one. This team is good. The only problem... Oh yeah, I have a healer. xilonen is a healer. My bad, guys. I just like... Yeah, I completely... you know what? I did a run without using xilonen burst, actually. Yes, I completely forgot about it. Let's give it a try. But again, like... switch Arlecchino with... Arlecchino is not a great option for that team, like Miracle. Use Collei, use... you know why? Because it's about bloom damage. And you do some kind of weird... bloom, virgin stuff, you know, like, yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to use Arlecchino at all.
Let's play pretty little. Make yourselves at home.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? Our bond is strong. Out of my way. Sorry the frost.
Yeah, my bad, I used stuff.
Yeah. Sharing my knowledge. Hey.
Receive my blessing. Dissipate. Rain cutter. Know my sword.
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom.
With one heart, we pray. Lightning terrified. Our bond. Branches a song.
Let's play pretty little.
Let me weave you a verse. Time to rain outlines your face. Lush as the moon. Stand with me.
A strong one, Nadia. I want team for each element. I wouldn't suggest you to do that. I mean, I'm sorry. If I call you K, you don't mind if I call you K? Because yeah, like you know what, K? I wouldn't suggest you. It's like from a Man in Black, you know, K. All right. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to do that. Strong one for each element. You know what's the problem with Genshin Impact? The problem with Genshin Impact now, it's they will force you to go for more new characters, you know, and it's like literally impossible to build, like, let's say like that, every new region, and you need to start from scratch, and that's a problem. So what I would suggest you to do, if it's possible, go for like, let's say like that, focus on supportive characters and get some like DPS. But yeah, like that. Like, you know what's the problem is, again, like we have Stygian. For Stygian you need, like, even though you will get like some, let's say like that, for Stygian at the moment we have couple characters which is actually crazy, especially some of the old Cry Natlan characters like Furina, or like, my bad, Furina is like, yeah, must have, she's crazy. Newlet is good, Skirk is okay, Mavuika is great, Mualani is good, you know what, all of this, you know why, when it comes to Flins, when it comes to Nefer, unfortunately, even though they're broken, you know what's the problem with these characters, as soon as rules change, these characters is not going to be so relevant. That's a problem. But Mualani, is still extremely useful. Mavuika is still useful. Skirk is going to be crazy, because Skirk is actually, if you have Skirk a premium team, which is actually like, unfortunately, all 5 stars, but her damage is crazy and she's extremely easy to use. You know, like it's not like a Nefer with that cancellation, etc. Because you know why? I saw that early access, and if you don't do cancellation, and if you do cancellation, you actually get more damage with doing that cancellation, like charge attack cancellation. And that's a problem, because you know why? That cancellation might be hurt you if you have high ping. Like, you know, my strongest team is Mavuika Premium, Constellation 0, and Constellation 5. I mean, like, I don't know if you have Constellation 6, I would suggest you to enable Constellation 6 Bennett, and I will tell you why. Like, I kept my Bennett at Constellation 5 for 4 years or something. By the way, you can search for the video like Bennett Constellation 6 finally, something like that. But yeah, I would suggest you to do like Bennett Constellation 6 if you can do that, because that will increase the damage by a lot. I only have scored Furina, I miss Escoffier. Yeah, Escoffier would be nice. And by the way, not only Escoffier, like her premium team is like, as you know, it's, you also can use Citlali. If you don't have Citlali, you can use Charlotte, because Charlotte is kind of like you can say the same option, because yeah, as you know, like Citlali shredding, pyro and hydro, but not cryo. But she's still extremely useful because of TDDs. And you need to go like another option, which is TDD option, which is Charlotte. Charlotte can heal. The problem with Charlotte, he doesn't apply cryo so much. And her burst lasts for 4 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Maybe with Constellation it's a little bit more, but Citlali is great. Oh, great character. About the Scofier, should you go for a Scofier? Let's say like that. If you want, like actually, like Skirk team is good. Not gonna lie, Skirk team, I would maybe suggest you to go for a Scofier only because of Skirk. Because like without Skirk and with Skirk, it's completely different team. You know why? The point is, it's not because a Scofier gives you Res Shred. It's because a Scofier enables Furina. That's why. If you don't have that, if you cannot give enough healing to your teammates, you cannot completely utilize that buff. That's a problem. That's why you need to use a kind of specific build of Charlotte to like do intensive healing. I use Mavuika Premium, Citlali, xilonen, Bennett. Yeah, that's a good team actually. That's a great team. So yeah, let's try this one.
The light will never die!
Game's up.
Diamond second, just like that.
You're blind! Rash attack!
I stand against the long night and curse the darkness!
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Gotcha.
You on this! Ding dong!
Here comes the catch.
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Win!
Close your eyes.
Quietly now.
You're blind! Rash attack!
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark? It's a grave situation.
Okay, like I want to use like my xilonen, but I use my mavuika. Yes, mavuika like premium team is at Citlali. You like yeah, you still can use other characters, but Citlali is crazy. Especially let's say like, even at Constellation 0, that team is broken as hell.
A minute to memory. Make yourselves at home.
No, my sword. Ring cutter. Receive my blessing. By the frost moon of old, branch into song. We have been flow.
So yeah, that's happening because this one is actually like a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie. He can one shot you easily, and also like that.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines your fate.
Just a second. He went like through me. The best way, actually, what I noticed, it's like a kind of doing something like that. Well,
Make
like,
yourselves at home.
well,
Let me
really,
leave you a verse. No, my sword. With one heart, we pray. Our bond is strong. Receive my blessing.
The Temple of Wisdom.
I'll settle this.
This way through the river.
Witness the power of God. Branch into song. For the everlasting forest.
Make yourselves at home. Grow, grow, grow.
so yeah, like it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, and yeah, I have like 24 5-star. Oh, for real? Furina. I use Mavuika Premium, like Furina, Nuvolet, Kinich, Mualani, Kazuha, Flins. Oh, okay. If you have like all of these characters, actually it's not bad. If you have Mualani is crazy. Mualani is just insane. Unfortunately, I missed Mualani because of Nuvolet. To be honest, let's say like that. I don't regret so much, but that Mualani definitely would be helpful. Like, will be helpful in Stygian Onslaught. So yeah, now I like because of Mualani, I cannot clear that one. So, but that's alright. I have 24 5-star. That's a good amount actually. Most likely you have standard characters as well.
Game's up. Bring it. Letting brave names echo.
You on this. Look, Durin.
Be silent.
about to get dicey.
Ding dong, water bottle.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent.
Super annoying game, it's not fun.
Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
She gets staggered so bad,
Hear
to be
the
honest,
echoes
you know
of the
why?
valley.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe.
Quiet now.
Look, the rainbow.
Close your eyes. Observe.
The problem is you need some energy. Without energy, like, yeah, using Flins slightly, it's difficult a little bit. Like, you didn't miss her, you skip her. I got Mizuki from Standard, and I thought like she would be wonderful for Furina because like she, let's say like that. No, unfortunately, because you know what's the problem with like you still can use Mizuki. I got Mizuki from a free 5-star. I wanted that Mizuki. Unfortunately, she's level 20. You know, like, yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, I kind of like, I don't want to say I disappointed. I just like, let's say I have other priorities. So yeah, I will keep it now. I don't think I will level up her, to be honest, because you know why? Her healing is not so crazy, unfortunately. She can somehow enable. But yeah. I skip Mualani. Yes, I completely skip Mualani.
Rain outlines your fate. Lush as the moonlight.
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom.
By the frost moon of old. Receive my blessing. Out of my way! It's me! Rain cutter, know my sword!
This way for your little. Make yourselves at home.
Branch into song.
Committed to memory.
Rain outlines your fate.
Just wait for your little. Sharing my knowledge.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword. Receive my blessing.
Let's do some bloom. I forgot about that. I enjoy playing her. I just like had different banner priorities. Oh yeah, I skip chasca. Oh, about chasca, yeah. You know why? I will say like chasca is actually a completely different story. Even though I never used chasca in Spoil Abyss, if I'm not mistaken, maybe not so often, because her damage is terrible as hell. I always use chasca in Overworld because she's actually crazy.
Use the force off.
Things are about to get dicey.
Flash attack.
Letting brave names echo.
Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Close your eyes. Night falls.
Here comes the catch. Bring it.
Go claw.
What I would suggest you to do though, like, you know what? Just a second. Let me finish this one.
Quietly now.
Good luck. Flash attack.
Be silent. To dust.
When you use Flins especially.
Observe.
Just give me some music, please. Alright.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Unfortunately, Favonius cannot be killed.
Go claw!
Be silent. Fear the dark.
Yeah, what I would suggest you to do, like sometimes you can miss Flins attack, especially when you fight against that Fatoi. By the way, I can change. Hey Zoro, how are you doing? By the way, I can change the teams, guys. So yeah, like, oh, by the way, Zoro, that was your team, to be honest. So yeah, like, it's actually easy, not so difficult. Like when you fight against that, trooper, what you need to do with Flins, when you use Flins skill, right? He gives
Close
you
your eyes.
like, you can like hit
Be silent.
this one, and after that you can get mini burst, right? Try to do a couple normal attacks, because you know what's a problem? You might like that enemy, he moves pretty often, and you can somehow miss that and like, yeah, deal not so much damage. So do a couple normal attacks, he automatically like turns to that enemy, and after that press burst, mini burst, you know? So yeah, that definitely guaranteed will give you that damage. You definitely will hit him. Even though like Flins, when he hit, he has pretty huge AoE, I still would suggest you like to hit into the face. I mean like enemy's face. Will you get more? No, like Mirak. No, I'm not going to, like, since like Columbina mostly will be supportive. No, I'm not going to go for mualani, definitely. Oh no, I forgot join a stream. Oh, that's okay, Zoro. Vortex, like, this part of this is easy. I was easily able to do with Flins, and I'll hate him. Yeah, that is, I'll hate him. I mean, let's say like that. You can go not only I'll hate him, but yeah, you can go I'll hate him as well. Most likely I'll hate him on the first half. So it's possible. You can go actually only 4-star teams, you know. It's also possible with with Kole, with Yao Yao, with Shinchu and Kuki Shinobu. So yeah, on the first half. Unfortunately, my Kole is like, but yeah, we can go like, yeah, let's, you know what? Let's try this team. There's something like that, you know? Like a Kole is actually a good option. You know why? Even though Kole cannot give you enough elemental mastery buff, she gives you something anyway. Without Flins and Lauma and Aino, I bet no one can do it. I'm glad I got his... No, like what? No, it's possible. Why? No, it's possible. Actually, like, you can go Skirk team on the second half. No, it's possible. You can go the team like this. Let's give it a try. I mean, yes, it's a 5-star. By the way, my Furina doesn't build like so well. Or maybe we should go like Yelan. Because actually Yelan can destroy this like wild hunters. Yelan also can destroy the shield pretty easy. It's only 100, it's level 100. The reach. I have an Nefer and Lauma. Should I put Flins now or Nefer? I was waiting. Just like, let me check like all of the chats. Without Flins, yeah. Vortex, my team were like Alhatem, Lauma, Furina, and Kokia. And Flins, Fischl, Aino, xilonen. It was super fun. Yeah, that's fun. Flins is automatically recharging. Yes, with Fischl, yes, that is true. With Fischl, he's crazy. You can try this team once you're free. Yeah, I will try. Just let me copy that. Just a second, like Rich. Yeah, like I will copy that. I tried the team you told me about because, yeah, you know, like that with xilonen one. Rip mualani, yes, definitely Rip mualani, Mirak. Nilo Bloom team is the best for first half. Nilo Bloom, yeah, like let's say like that. In general, Bloom teams is the better for the first half. I have Ineffa, Lauma, and Lauma. Should I pull for Flins or Nefer? I was waiting for Nefer early access. You know what's the problem? Like Rich, we already have Nefer early access, but if you ask me which one is better, I would say Flins is better, but Nefer would be slightly more flexible because it's going to be dendro damage, you know? The problem Nefer has, like, oh, by the way, early access is already out. But that's a problem. That's a trick with early access. If you If you check that early access though, there's a problem with, just a second, I will do like a spoiler bit a little bit later. So yeah, that's a problem. When we got Flint's early access, his talents was at level 9, my bad. And the build wasn't so crazy, just like ordinary build, you know, with a craftable 4-star weapon R5. When it comes to Nefer though, her build is crazy as hell. Her talent is at level 10, which is actually significant damage, additional damage, you know. The point is, even at that build, she actually deals not so crazy damage. Yes, it's good, but in my opinion, Flins is better. Flins ineffa though is better than... since you have both of them, it's a little bit difficult to say. Nefer definitely... She has another problem, Nefer. You know what's the problem with Nefer is? For Flins, we have ineffa. Ineffa provides a shield. That shield is extremely helpful, so you can go Flins even without any healer. When it comes to Nefer though, there's a problem, because Lauma doesn't provide any shield. Lauma provides some healing at Constellation 1, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, character like will recover HP equal to 500 Lauma's. So yeah, only at Constellation 1 she provides some healing, you know, and that's a problem. You still can use other characters. You can use Furina, but with Furina you need some maybe healer or something. You can use Shinchu, you can use Aino, you know, but the only other options you need to use some like defensive utility like Zhongli, like some shielder, you know. You still can use Sucrose, but why Sucrose? Because Sucrose provides some EM. You can use Kalei. Kalei also provides EM. But yeah, what I want to say is that like Flint's team, it's slightly easier to use than Nefer's team. And also like Flint's is not so difficult to build because we have access to the, let's say that like that, we have access to a free 5-star weapons, which is like Jade Spear. This one is actually not so bad, you know. So yeah, so I would say, in my opinion, Flins is better, slightly better, but Nefer is not going to be terrible. It depends on your preferences. If you like Nefer, go for Nefer. If you like Flins, go for Flins. So yeah, but I prefer Flins more. I maybe will skip Nefer. You know why? It depends on the banner. So yeah, it's like that. Like the reach like that. Okay, what chasca teams do you use to boost her damage? To boost her damage, let's say like that. To boost her damage, chasca damage, I use like usually casual teams, but to boost her damage, it's Bennett, it's xilonen, and Furina. The best team for chasca, is like this. It's Bennett, it's Furina, it's xilonen, and Bennett. So yeah, it's the best team for your DPS chasca. Just keep that. Even though she, as you know, like she cannot convert geo bullets into the geo bullets, she only converts like pyro and hydro. You also can use Citlali. Citlali is not a bad option. So just keep that in mind. The xilonen, Citlali, Furina, but Furina and Bennett is like kind of like must-haves. They like these characters actually like yeah, you need to keep them. It's actually a pretty good team, by the way. Nefer is Bloom. You can use other characters which can utilize Bloom, like Alhaitham, Nilo. Yes and no. You know what's the problem with Alhaitham? I tried a couple times with Alhaitham. Not a great option. Not a great experience. Even though damage is good. But you know why? It's... Because, let's say like that. Let's try Alhaitham, why not? Just a second.
Let's fly.
Yeah, by the way, what team you used? But in that case, like, you cannot use, by the way, Vortex, mind to check my Flins. Yes, just a second, I will check that. Vortex, I'll pull for ineffa no matter what. Yeah, because I saw many comparison. Vortex Vanquisher did the best damage that. And oh, by the way, actually it's not a bad option. Yeah, it's like Zhongli's signature weapon, because of if you're under the shield, you can get like, yeah, it's actually a good option, you know. But again, if you ask me, for me the best option is like Staff of Homa at the moment, because I don't have any other weapon. But if you have that Vanquisher, yes, you can use it, because the point is, Ineffa's shield is actually pretty broken. You know why? The only option, you need to give her as much attack as possible. Let's say not as much as possible. You need to increase her attack. You need to give her attack up to 2k plus, and that's it. And you're ready to go. The more attack you have, the more EM buff she gives. And by the way, EM buff she gives is actually crazy as hell. Not gonna lie. It's extremely useful, especially for Flins, because it's kind of like outside buff, you know, for Flins.
Please select target for cleanup
So yeah, as you know, like when you use her burst, she gives you like some EM buff, but yeah, it's kind of within her. Just a second. Oh yeah, this one. Elemental Mastery, like by 6% of Ineffa's attack for 20 seconds. It's a good buff, actually. So yeah, the more attack she has, the more EM buff you can get. And I use stuff for Homa, by the way. And 3 of my characters, Alekino, Flins, and Scofier, are sharing our... Oh, for real? Oh, that's a problem. You know why, Zora? Like, that's a point. I mean, only because of that, if you remember, like you, like only because of that, now I didn't like refine it. Like, yeah, I keep it, and now I have 2 of them. But you know what? Actually, for Ineffa, you can use this like missive, like wind spear as well, because it's gives attack. If you have like good crit damage, crit rate ratio, and her ascension is crit rate, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually use this weapon as well. Just keep that in mind. It's not a bad option. You can also use R1 deathmatch. It also depends on the set. You know why? Let's say like that. If you don't use supportive set, but use Nod-Krai set, actually you can lower your crit rate requirements, because this one gives you 30% crit rate. So actually you have options for Ineffa. I use Ineffa with Gilded Dreams, because unfortunately I couldn't farm a lot of this stuff. I only have like 1 character, like at the moment, only Flins is built with this set. So yeah, because of that she is, but you can easily switch because like Ineffa and Flins can share artifacts, by the way. By the way, Vortex. So yeah, just a second. Let me check. $72 plus 30, but isn't it the same? Like, huh? It is the same miracle. If I'm not mistaken, I already. But again, let's check it. That's a good piece. Good one as well. That's a nice one, especially with like that 10%. Oh, you did some cheat. Maybe you got this one, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and also like it depends. It's a little bit low attack, to be honest. Not so much, unfortunately. But why is that? Oh yeah, you know why is that? It's because of that weapon. This weapon unfortunately provides not so much attack, like base attack. So because of that, attack is a little bit low. But most likely when you are within a fight, you get a little bit more as bonus attack. So yeah, you get a little bit more. Because of, yeah, 52%, like, not so much though, because you don't have... Elemental Mastery is only like 100, but also like you get additional 160 because you have like 2k attack. So yeah, it's a good build. But yeah, if you can increase attack. Okay, why not swap Xilonen for Sara unless you are... No, Sara is bad, K. Like, if you ask like using Sara with Flins, it's actually a terrible decision. Even though you... Like, I saw a couple runs. You know what's the problem with Sara? Sara has pretty low buff window. And she made for... Like, mostly for Raiden. You can use with Flins, but you know what the problem is? For Flins, if you have low energy, like if you don't have enough energy and you use only like let's say one electron a team, you need to do slightly different rotation. When you use this one and you get infusion, it's better to use couple normal attacks, at least like yeah, one, then use like this one, after that use his mini burst. You know why? To get some particle back. It's always like that. If you notice that, I always do something like that, because that normal attack gives you at least 1 to 2 particle. So you will be alright. When it comes to Sarazo, you might miss her buff. You only can do like only one mini burst. So let's say like that. Even ineffa might be slightly better. Constellation 2. Constellation 4 ineffa is actually good. So yeah, it's still up to you. Like using Sara, it's a little bit difficult to be honest. What looks like better use. Flins doesn't utilize stuff for Homo passive. What? Why doesn't it? Oh yeah, like let's say like that. In this team he doesn't, but I use him in like yeah, he doesn't utilize because yeah. But I mostly use like this team. You know which one? Let me show. Let me go like because like let me go my premium team Flins, which I use. Just a second. Like my premium team with Flins is like this one. By the way, let me do like some like a damage showcasing, and it's ineffa. So rotation is going to be like that. It's Furina, it's ineffa, it's Skirk, Alakia. First team. Well, yeah, in that case you're right. Thanks again for helping out. Like who is advice? Sia Rich, like you're welcome. 72 is insane. 100 crit rate in total. Great. Yeah, that's a great build. No, not the same one. I changed some. Yeah, you changed some pieces. Yeah, I noticed that. His level, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, by the way, about the Flint's level, guys, even though like let's say like that, damage difference between level 80 and 90 is not so high, even though like lunar charge, it's transformative reaction, and I heard that like it's 30% crit like damage increase. It's not actually. You know why? I did the same with the 2 characters. I did the same with ineffa. The damage difference between level 80 and level 90, it's 500, not K, just 500, you know, that's super low. The same thing applies to Flins. It's not so high damage. So like keeping at level 80 plus, it's more than enough. You will not get some, yes, even though lunar charge is transformative reaction, not all, like, let's say like that. Lauma can benefit from level, that is true. It's better to level her up. But when it comes to Flins and like ineffa, you can use them at level 80 actually. I have another build for 2.2k and like 2.7. Let's say like that. If you ask me, I would say like it's kind of the same. Like yeah, attack, like let me show my build. So yeah, for me it's, you see like 2.5, almost 2.6k, but yeah, it's because of stuff for Homa, and keep that in mind. When I activate that Furina buff, it's increased by up to 2.8k, something like that. And by the way, I have ineffa on that weapon as well, so it's double buff. You know, when I use with, that's why I use Furina actually. Yeah, I got some damage with boss builds. I got some, yeah, like yeah, you definitely will get the damage. MZ, like does Nefer need Lauma or Tim? Yeah, about that, by the way, I mentioned that MZ about Lauma, and like that's a problem with Nefer. Oh, because when it comes to Flins, we have great supportive character, which is ineffa. When it comes to Nefer, though, unfortunately, you need to go like some defensive utility. You can go Zhongli, you can go Lanyan. You know, she's not, but even though Lanyan is actually like completely useless, she only provides shield, but Zhongli might be useful. You can go Kokomi for healing, or you can go Lauma Constellation 1. It's, let's say, it's not must-have, but her Constellation 1 gives you some healing. So in that case, you can actually completely go without any healer and go for Lauma. So I would say yes, maybe, if you want to do that, but I wouldn't suggest you. You know why? My personal opinion about Nefer, I didn't like her so much, because she is, let's say like that, Flins is better, in my opinion, than Nefer, because with Nefer, you need to do like charge attack cancellation. It's not difficult, but the problem is, like, you have 2 charges, you need to do like 6 hits, and that's a lot. You definitely will get some damage, definitely, without a healer, you know. Flins have, again, as I mentioned, like that shield, which is actually crazy. So yeah, Nefer's team is a little bit, and the point is, another problem is, like, we don't know like what Columbina is going to be. If she will provide some shielding, that's going to be crazy. I have some doubts about that, you know. Maybe yes, like maybe she will provide some shielding with debuff abilities, maybe. But yeah, Lauma Constellation 1 would be great for Nefer, that is true. It's not must have, but it's possible. But yeah, Flins with Constellation can work without ineffa. Like, it's not like MZ, like he cannot work without ineffa. It's completely different. Flins can do the same damage without ineffa, but again, you need some defensive utility. Constellation 1 doesn't give you defensive utility. Constellation 1 gives you additional damage. And by the way, Constellation 1 actually gives you more damage than ineffa. But it depends on your build, and it depends on what you use. Because Constellation 1 basically gives you about 30% additional damage. Something like that. It's like, let's say like that. Constellation 1 allows you to do 1 more mini burst. Because instead of 6 seconds of waiting, you wait for 4 seconds. But Constellation 1 cannot change, like, let's say, like, it's not an option. Ineffa provides you with that shielding. It's crazy. You know, in effort, like, it's actually so cool with that shielding. It's completely different. I think like C1 Lauma is needed in Nilo team. About that, you know what, in Nilo team like Zoro, yes, maybe, because let's say like that. That's a problem with Lauma and Nefer, you know. Let's say like that. We have Kokomi. Kokomi is crazy, but again, it's better to use, like, yeah, like more Nod-Krai, more Dendro characters you have, better, you know, like, yeah, because Nilo provides enough Hydra application. You still can use other, like, but yeah, since I don't have Nilo, I cannot say you, like, but yes, you can use Lauma Constellation 1. It's not must-have constellation, but it's definitely like, that constellation definitely will make your life way more easy, because like that healing is not so bad actually, because it's 500 healing, like will recover equal 500 of Lauma's elemental mastery. And by the way, it's a huge, you know why? Because let's say like that. Just a second, let me show you something. If you go like, oh yeah, by the way, let's do like that domain, and I will show you how much EM you can get with Lauma, which is like kind of like, unfortunately we cannot see it within Spire Abyss. Of course enough, and yeah, like let's say like that. When it comes to like or like pool value, in my opinion, ineffa is better than Constellation 1, because yeah, you get additional character. But when it comes to damage, Constellation 1 is actually slightly better than ineffa. Like with ineffa, that, yeah. But again, like defensive utility, you cannot ignore that. You cannot deny that defensive utility. So yeah, let's go the team like this. Let's go like this one. Let's go ineffa, Lauma, this one, and ineffa.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
So yeah, I hope I will get enough energy recharge. Just a second. Okay. So yeah, like I just want, if I get enough energy, I can. Oh, I don't have enough, unfortunately. But yeah, let's grab some. Just a second. If I'm not mistaken, this one give us like a lot of EM when you like Just a second. And yeah, like I didn't forget, I will use my Flins signature team, like a signature, my best Flins team. And yeah, Zora, it's about like Furina. That's why I use Furina, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, this one gives you elemental mastery. Let me check that real quick. Oh yeah, 200 elemental mastery. So yeah, the point is...
Accelerate installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
This may hurt a little. Make yourselves at home. Don't claw.
For the everlasting forest.
So yeah, at the moment she has 1.9k elemental mass. That's huge, you know, like yeah, just imagine she will get like healing with that 500s of like that elemental mastery. The point is, this team, by the way, it's a legit team for Lauma, you know, you can use this team. So yeah, like keep that in mind. Like unfortunately you cannot see that within Spyla base, but you definitely can check that within any other domains.
You poor lost lamb.
And yeah, you see like she can one-shot this enemy. Like yeah, and that buff actually lasts for a long time. You know why? Because like you get EM from ineffa for 20 seconds, you get elemental mastery buff from Nahida, you get elemental mastery buff from domain, and you also get elemental mastery from this set. And also if you have constellation 1, you will get additional 80 EM. So like yeah, like let's say like that. That's a huge buffing. It's not a, like that's a pretty good healing. This one was a like yeah. I finished like first 2 boss in like Stygian, Perilous, the last one. What? Hard one. Even though I have Varisa and Flint. About that, just a second. I will just a second. I will keep that maybe. Unfortunately. About that, yes, like about Stygian. Yeah, I was managed to like actually like Stygian with Flins is super easy. Oh, let me do it. Okay, let me do one run. So yeah, Zora, if you by the way, Zora, let me just go for that. But yeah, I can do like yeah. Let's do like yeah. I was managed to clear Dari like this one with this team and Dari with this one. This one easy. Because of Lauma. Unfortunately, I cannot clear this one, no matter what I do, because no Constellation 6, no Constellation, only Constellation 2, so yeah. And like, yeah, it's slightly difficult. But when it comes to Fearless mode, yeah, let me do like this run. I managed to do like 63 seconds, yeah, let me try it again. Like, first boss is actually easy. Not so difficult, especially in Fearless mode, because I used to use like this team. You can actually do like 90 seconds even faster, but there's a trick. You need to like fuel your Skirk with some energy. So yeah, rotation is actually should be like that. So you use Skirk, hold skill first, then mavuika, then this one, then TDDS Citlali, switch to Skirk, do her damage. After that, he gets more cryo than pyro, then switch to mavuika, do her damage. So yeah, it's like that. And with that approach, you can actually like clear with this team. Even though, as you know, like to create Verdandus, to create, how they call it? Not Verdandus, but oh, I forgot. So yeah, to create the energy for Skirk, you need at least Hydro. You know, and also like she is better within cryo and hydro teams, you know, that's a problem, but again, it's not a big problem with this one. No, I don't have mualani, unfortunately. So yeah, like this team is like, yeah, but by the way, you can go without ineffa. You can go Aino, you can go Fischl is good, you can go Kukishino, but yeah, let me just show like this one.
Use the force off.
Animal tech 63 away.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
Preparing for dust up.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Strike a pose.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Animal test 63.
Be silent. Fear the dark.
Oh my god, I messed up a little bit. Yeah, I don't use her burst. You know what's the problem is? Just a second, let me just like explain what I do.
Use the force off.
Defensive mode engaged.
Absorption test. Animal test.
Close your eyes. Observe. Close your eyes.
Ultimatum protocol.
Stand clear.
Be silent. Observe. Close your eyes. To dust.
Shower me with praise.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Animal test 63.
Do you fear the dark?
Preparing for dust up. Installation chamber.
Stand clear.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
So yeah, the point is, like, oh yeah, 62 seconds, but yeah, it's kind of the same, you know. The point is, if you notice that I don't use his big burst, why? Actually using his big burst, it's a waste of your time. It's not because of damage, he actually does pretty good damage with big burst, but the problem is, when you use his big burst, you lose all of your energy, and you need enough energy, that's a problem. So yeah, like, because of that, it's better to use like kinda like two of his skill mini burst, then switch to your supportive character and then switch back to Flins. In that case you can, if you notice that I got that skill and burst literally like back to back without no pause whatsoever, you know. So yeah, like it's kind of like that. In my opinion it's the best rotation, at least for my builds. I skip her fork sit like what? I wish I have enough. No, yeah, you can go without enough, by the way. I mean, yes, you can go without enough, especially in fearless mode. It's actually easy. You can go, yeah. In that case, using Furina is not a great option. It's better to use like some, maybe Shinchu or maybe Yelan. You can go Cookie. Cookie is okay. Let's go maybe Cookie. So yeah, something like, oh no, not Shinchu, of course. You need to go like this one because you need some Hydro application. C6 Ororon with what? C6 Ororon is actually a bad option. C6 Ororon is a terrible option because Ororon is like, Ororon is crazy character. But unfortunately, he's crazy only for Natlan characters. He's not crazy for like for other characters because he can apply off-field electro when you use some Night Soul blessing damage. Like yeah, Night Soul, some Night Soul damage. Also, this buff after like triggering Hypersense through the passive, which is like that, you get attack buff. So let's say like that, like yeah, and also like you cannot use this set. Like yeah, Ororon is a bad option. Ororon is actually not a great option. It's better to use like Cookie. So yeah, let's give it a try with this one. Confirm. Yeah, it wasn't a fearless, right? It was like a. Oh yeah, it wasn't fearless. Ororon is a bad option. Ororon is actually a terrible option because, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, let's check with this one.
Use the force authorized. I warned you.
Bad. You need to hit him to get some energy because Furina is actually easy to use.
Use the force authorized. I warned you.
Yeah.
Absorption test.
Without.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. The long
That's
sweep
a mistake. I think.
observe.
Maybe I won't get enough energy.
Go claw! Dissipate! Absorption test!
Be silent. To dust. Keep your disc. Observe. Hear the dark.
Lash it! I'll settle this! Our bond is to animal hypostasis!
Be silent. Observe. Close your eyes. To dust.
Not enough energy.
Stand with me!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Be silent.
Let's continue.
Ding dong water bomb! You're blind! Lightning terrify! This animal test 60!
Observe.
Get staggered a lot.
Steady now.
No, it's actually just a second. Let me try it again. I have Cookie. I'll use her. Then what? No, like Cookie. Like yeah, Cookie is better in my opinion. But yeah, we can do like let me give it a try a couple more times because, like yeah, since she is constellation like 0, it's a little bit like. But you need some healer. Without a healer, it might be difficult.
Use of force authorized. I warn you! Looks like violence is the answer.
You're blind!
No, for real.
Absorption test! Animal test 60.
That's a huge problem.
You on this!
Yeah, well, I lose so much time when it comes to.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Just a second. One semester is not enough, unfortunately. It's actually okay. It's actually okay. But my favorites, maybe I should go. Pokemon Favonius is not here. She is like she still give me some. And yes, I lose my TDDS because of like yeah, you need to go. Well, anyway, let's continue. Let's again try it again. Let's try it again. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, I can go like different team actually. Just a second. I can go the team like this. I can go official. And I can go Lanyan. Just a second. So Lanyan and official. And like if I'm not mistaken, Lanyan was given for free. So yeah, all of you are at least Constellation 1. For me, she is Constellation 1 as well. And let's go official. Let's try this one. Yeah, the only problem is like that energy.
Use of force authorized. I warn you!
Oz revealed by... Closing in!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
She does that slightly better.
Night falls.
Energy.
Ding dong water bomb! Up and away!
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Oh yeah, you can because of like
You on this!
I just As you know, like to destroy that shield, you need like more damage or
Use the force off.
lumines.
I warn you. Looks like
By
fire.
royal
Closing in.
Observe. Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
Flash attack.
Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Observe. Night falls.
midnight fantastic.
One shot.
You have to get Aino burst from first. Yeah, it's actually like
Use the force off.
but unfortunately I can't to do that. Yeah, it's enough energy.
Odds revealed. Up and away.
Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
It's not enough energy.
Ding dong.
Let them fly.
Be silent. Midnight phantasmical.
Yeah, not enough energy.
You don't know what's good for you.
For real. It's
I will return.
Yeah, Cookie was better. Yeah, I need to have that energy, but you know what? My Aino is like...
Use the force authorized.
I was without energy. Let's give her a lot of energy. Let's try that one. Let's check it out. And let's go Cookie. Cookie was... Yeah, was like, if I can get energy... I use my Aino on Favonius, Claymore, and Ear Sense. Yeah, like...
Use the force authorized.
I will check this one
Warn
first.
you. Looks like violence is the end.
By royal decree.
Like, just a second. I'm using official now. It's actually a bad idea.
Use the force authorized. I warn you. Close your eyes. Be
But
silent.
in that case, like, if I don't use fish, I cannot get energy.
You on this. Flash attack.
Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. To dust.
Go claw. Midnight fantastic. Up and away.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
You on this. Ding dong.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
Go claw.
Midnight Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Observe. Close your eyes.
You on this. By royal decree.
Be silent. To dust. To dust.
Good luck. Look, Durin. Wings of darkness.
Closing in.
I just need to clear like shield. Just a second. I just need to clear the shield. Like I need to give Aino a little bit more energy recharge. But my Aino is C6. Oh my god! For I think like C4 gives. Oh, okay. Like yeah, maybe. Like let's say like that. If you my Aino is Constellation 0, unfortunately. So because of that, I cannot benefit from that. Yeah, she gets some energy. So most likely, let's say like that. Just a second. My weapon is. I don't think that energy recharge will help me. Just a second. Maybe I can do like something like that. This one gives me 16. 12. $10, 11. Oh, it's slightly low. Yeah, it's bad. No. This one, unfortunately, not going to work. Yeah, let me go the same build. I just need to clear that shield a little bit faster. That's it. It was Elemental Mastery, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was 16 energy recharge. Come on. Yeah, slightly more. Yeah, it's possible. I just want to give it a try and that's it. So with this team it's possible. By the way, Lanyan is Constellation 0 as well. And Official is actually not so broken. Just a second, let me check her build. She's good, but not so broken. She's Constellation 6, weapon is like this one, and ratio is kind of like, yeah,
I created another...
Let's give it a try. Just like, how is it? Oh yeah, it's like...
Use of force authorized. I warned you! Looks like violence is the end.
Yeah, I think it's better to use something like that. Unfortunately, I lose... a lot of time.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
You don't know what's good for
Burn.
Yeah, I need to do like different rotation. I need to do different rotation a little bit.
Use of force authorized.
I warned you!
Let's see.
Looks like violence is the
By
end.
royal up and away!
Close your eyes.
Look, the rainbow! Fly.
Observe. Night falls. good for you?
Up and away!
Damn. Bro.
Grounded!
Yeah, my bad. I just like, I do so bad rotation with that. I need to get used to it. But if you have Constellation 6, like you definitely can do finish it. Like it's actually super easy.
Looks like violence is the answer.
Closing in!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Go claw! Ding dong, rubber! Yeah, fly!
Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
Odds revealed by your blood! Ills be gone!
You don't know what's good for you.
Damn, bro. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, like just try, give it a try with like this team. Yeah, unfortunately some energy. I need to level up my artifacts and yeah. Okay, let's do a couple domains because I still need to do some domains. I still like, yeah, it's about time to finish a stream. So yeah. I can do Verisa too against him. Like, Verisa, yes, you can use Verisa actually. Yes, Verisa is a good option, not gonna lie. You can go like... It depends. I didn't use Verisa to be honest. But yeah, you can. Why not? Verisa is actually not a bad option. Verisa is a pretty powerful character. And if you ask me which one is better, Verisa or like Flins, I would say Verisa. Verisa is way more flexible.
Defensive mode engaged.
Forest, protect us. With one heart, we pray.
I lost the place. Oh, that was it. Look at me. Bye bye, bye bye. And yeah, I want to show you my my premium team on Spiralabis. Like my Flins premium team, which I usually use on the second half because yeah, first half, let's try like this one. Yeah.
Roll! Temple of Wisdom!
Let me weave you a verse. Rain out.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Stay put. Ready, go! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Hit! Committed to memory. Yeah! 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 Make yourselves at home. Grow!
Body and not. Know my sword. Witness the power of Gua. Rain out. This way.
Go get it, Uruguay! Uruguay, you're up! Committed to memory.
Out of my way.
Let's play tournament. Sharing my knowledge.
Rain cutter. Our bond is strong.
Stay put. Ready, go! Grow! The Temple of Wisdom.
Rain outlines your fate.
I'll settle this.
Stand with me.
Yeah! Sharing my knowledge. Let's play tournament.
Witness the power power.
Don't be scared!
The light will never die!
Installation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode.
Absorption test. Animal test 63.
To dust.
Observe.
Dark. Last much longer.
Defensive mode engaged.
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Grow. Make yourselves at home.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me leave you a
Lightning terrified. Just stay put. No getting you away. Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory. Don't be scared.
Our bond is strong. Time to act. Rain cutter.
The Temple of Wisdom.
I'll settle this.
Ready, go! Grow.
Stand with me.
Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
You, Blade, you're up. This may hurt.
Strike upon
Installation chamber deployed.
Absorption test. Animal test.
Observe. To dust. Be silent. Fear the dark.
Ultimatum protocol.
Observe. To dust. Close your eyes. Night falls. Acha!
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. Hey, go away.
Rain cutter. Body and mind.
Make yourselves at home. This may hurt a little.
Out of my way.
Stay put. Committed to memory.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Ready, go! Sharing my knowledge. Lightning, terrified. This may hurt a little. Don't be scared.
Rain cutter.
The Temple of Wisdom. Grow. Go get him, you away. Stay put.
Dissipate. Know my sword.
Committed to memory.
Witness the power.
Grow. You, Blade, you're up. Ready, go! Make yourselves at home.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Committed to memory. Stay put. Hey, go away. Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
Dissipate.
cleanup sequence in the
Absorption test. Animal test.
Observe.
Be silent. To dust.
preparing for dust up. Insulation.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Observe.
Do you fear the dark?
Who's that?
Ultimatum protocol.
Make yourself a move. Feel on this.
Branch into song. Yeah. Receive my blessing. I'm never late. Off to the freezer! Get to work! Merciless! Into the void!